Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm just gonna, hello, everyone, and
Oh,
hello,
we're
hello,
live.
hello.
We're live right now.
Oh,
So I gotta just keep going.
hello, everyone, and welcome to your number one source right here on YouTube for all your ups and downs, your ins and outs, all your reactions, the full updates of what happened on the special edition of Monday Night Raw, first ever on Netflix. And we are live to you tonight in a whole new format right here. We're going live for you, the viewers. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for being here. Now, I am your co-host with the most, Shady Davy D. LaFlair. And with me, as always, the man, the myth, Ziggy Cruze, and the wrestling news. And before we start the show, we got to stop and say thank you to all the views, the new subscribers. We would not be here doing this without you. Now, a big Raw debut on Netflix at the Intuit Dome. Man, what a special, big feel, big build,
Yep.
big, almost like a main event. Ziggy Cruze, take it away with that wrestling news.
Absolutely big event indeed for the debut of Raw on Netflix, as you were saying.
Sold out, over 17,000 sold out to the Intuit Dome.
Yep, a new look. They had LEDs everywhere, and the show opened with something I thought was cool, where they showed the Triple H promo and had like a cube square around the ring to like a
Old theater field.
theater feel, yeah. And then the screen drops, and it's time to play the game. And Triple H welcomes us to the first Raw on Netflix.
A special, big beginning of the show, man, by the
Yep.
Triple H. What a legend. Speaking of that, man, to bring us out to, I guess, to really start us out
Yeah.
was The Rock. Ziggy Cruze, what happened when The Rock came out on his beginning night of Netflix?
Yep. When The Rock comes out, he greets his mom and his daughters are at ringside. He presents his daughters with his People's Championship belt that he has, and announces that this is the largest arena gate in WWE history. He puts over Cody Rhodes huge, which is kind of funny after last year's shenanigans that took up pretty much first half of the year. And Cody's at ringside in the VIP section, which they use throughout the show to have different wrestlers and actual celebrities at ringside to point them out. So that's kind of cool. I don't know if they're going to do it just for this show or every week from now on. But I liked it.
The electricity was in the air as the babies were in the air when The Rock came out. What a start off to the show, the show of all shows, man. And I think we had buffering issues maybe one time. So, I mean,
Yeah.
good job for Netflix. Good job all around for this card. And we will get to this, all the updates right here on
Yep.
Ziggy Cruze. Man, there's a lot of solo. It was solo Sikoa
Yep.
versus the OTC, the Tribal Chief. Take it away, Ziggy Cruze. It was the top of the card. It wasn't really the top, the very first match, the top of the card. A big build up for Solo. The Ula Fula. What was it going to? Just a big, I don't know the actual name of the Rock has over, and the Samoan. It's the High Chief. That's all I know. The High Chief of what it is. I don't know.
All right, and yes, we have the tribal combat match, and Heyman announces Roman, and then Solo hands Heyman the Ula Fala. So that goes to whoever wins the match, and we go to commercial, which was a big thing we were discussing before the show. How many commercials? If they're going to be real commercials, fake commercials.
All WWE,
Yeah,
or just all towards Netflix films and stuff like that.
But of course, they went with a really old commercial from 30 years ago, and it was just the good old fashioned TV feel.
Yes, and what? Yeah, it was. Yeah, they had a couple of commercials during that match. What a good match it was. A lot of back and forth. They
Yeah.
brought out all the furniture. You know, it was a
Okay. Yeah, they start off with a little back and forth action. Go to the outside. Solo hits the Uranagi on the new announce table, which this one doesn't break. So Solo gets the stairs and throws them at Roman and takes a seat, and we go to another commercial break. Back from break, Solo has a chair and wears out Roman with multiple chair shots. Tells Roman that he always loved him, but then puts a chair around his neck and runs at Roman, and Roman moves out of the way at the last second, and Roman gets the chair, and he goes for the concerto. Solo moves and low blows Roman. Then Solo goes to the outside, grabs a table, but Roman hits the drive-by on Solo. Grabs a table, sets up in the middle of the ring. Solo hits him with a kendo stick. Solo pushes Roman into the corner, but Roman reverses and a powerbomb. Powerbomb Solo through the table, and Reign goes for the pin, but Tama Tonga pulls the ref out. Jacob Fatu comes out, attacks Roman. All hell breaks loose. Solo goes for the pin, but Roman kicks out at 2.5. The new bloodline teams up on Roman until Jimmy and Sammy come out. Sammy and Jimmy hit dual suicide dives on Tonga and Fatu. Roman goes for a spear but is attacked by Kevin Owens. Cody chases KO off, and Roman hits a spear and gets a 3 count for the win. And The Rock comes out and he puts a Ula Fala on the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Big match. A lot happened.
Yes. Let me elaborate a little bit on the 2 big kickouts. 2 of them by Roman, 1 by Solo. A very, very entertaining match, to say the least. And we had The Rock sitting in the back of the corner, played his part, and acknowledged Roman Reigns as a tribal chief. Didn't really not quite know how that was going to play out. So, and now they did a really good job on how they orchestrated that whole match and layout. So.
Yes, sir.
And that took up what the whole hour.
The whole first hour, right there. Yep.
Very entertaining first hour.
Yeah, and this night actually kind of flew by for being over 3 hours long. I thought it was gonna drag or get done earlier, one of the two.
Then they start to come out for the top of the hour was the GOAT, John Cena. And he was just out there showing love. A big shout out to LA. Matter of fact, I mean, he was getting all his gimmick in pretty much. And then he said he was going to throw himself into the Royal Rumble. Now we're going to go ahead and.
Yep. Says it's going to be 17-time champion at WrestleMania.
Will this be the year of Cena? 2025? You never know. He might get that 17 times.
Only time will tell.
You know, you got a lot of "you deserve it" chants and "you still got it" chants. A lot of love that was being showed to John Cena tonight.
Absolutely. And speaking of a lot of love, we got to share a lot of love with Lair of LaFlair. What's going on over there?
Well, Ziggy Cruze, each and every Sunday, we drop episodes of Lair of LaFlair right here on YouTube. So please come in, check us out. And like I said, new episodes every Sunday.
And we want to remind everybody now that we're live to comment in the chat, and we will read those.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Join us in the chat.
Yep.
What did we have up next here? Ziggy Cruze.
Next up, we had the Women's World Title match.
A little side note, there was a lot of drone action being played tonight. Not only on the outside, but inside. If you didn't notice, I thought it was pretty cool how they was doing the decoration on the outside.
Yep.
Special big atmosphere, WrestleMania vibes tonight. Really was.
Big match feel. Big match feel.
Especially
yes,
for
absolutely.
this big championship match for the women's world champion.
Yep, we have Liv Morgan comes out with Dominic and Raquel for her match against Rhea Ripley, and then Rhea just dominates Liv and slams her into the announce table, and we go back to commercial break. And when we're back, Liv is in control, doesn't explain how she got in control, but here we are. And then Rhea takes over with a German suplex, goes for the riptide, but Liv reverses it with a backstabber. Rhea hits the riptide, but Liv kicks out. Dominic distracts the ref. Raquel throws in a chair, and Liv hits the Oblivion on the chair and goes for the pin, but Rhea kicks out at 2. And then Liv hits the Three Amigos, a whole homage to Eddie Guerrero, and then the frog splash. But Rhea kicks out of those 2 big notorious moves. And Liv goes for the Oblivion again, but Rhea catches her, and it's 2 ripties for the win. And as she's celebrating, Dominic tries to sweet talk her, but she doesn't want none of it. Low blows Dominic, hits the riptide on her, and then as Rhea's heading down the ramp, big return.
Yes, as you said, man, back-to-back riptides to crown a new women's champion.
Yep.
Very entertaining match. Even Dominic Mysterio come out trying to get a hug. Was he trying to get his hug on with Rhea?
Oh, he just follows that gold belt, I think.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. Whoever has a championship.
Well, Mommy was not having it, as she says she's still on top, and she's going to remain on top for, well, I guess we'll see through the 2025 year. A big match, a big feel, all around good.
Yep. And then, Mommy shows Dominic she doesn't need him because she has a new friend when the dead man, actually it's American Badass, returns, comes down, rides a couple little loops around the ring, and then acknowledges Rhea Ripley. So she gets the Undertaker bump.
Yes, she did.
Yep.
As they both raised their hand in victory and went to the back. In the backstage area, we had Chad Gable with the American-made, but I like to call him American Mill wannabe ripoffs from WCW with that gimmick they was wearing tonight. But that was a little bit of backstage. And let's see here. We are live. We want to say thank you all for joining us right here at the Ziggy Cruze in the wrestling news. We could not do this without you. And they had special guests. I'm sure you've seen all the special celebrity guests that showed up tonight. Travis Scott being one of them.
Yep.
Ziggy Cruze, take it away with that wrestling news.
Yep. Travis Scott's music hits, and he's up in the crowd. Did we determine that was a blunt he was smoking, or there was definitely something
some smoke
smoking?
was in there.
Yeah, some smoke.
Some good times definitely going on.
Good times had by all. And then Jey Uso's music hits, and he comes out right next to Travis Scott, and they make the entrance together for this big match against Drew McIntyre.
Yes, it was time to yeet for the main event. Jey Uso, man, it was yeets everywhere. I missed in that commercial break. If I was speaking on something, that one seemed like it went a little bit too long. They was yeeting the whole time. I'm sure they was.
And then as Drew comes out to the ring for the match, Jey jump starts the match with a suicide dive, and then in the ring, Drew takes over and he mocks Jey's yeets.
Yes, he did.
Drew gets Jey in the corner and does the 10 punches, but he takes too long and allows Jey to recover. And Jey hits a sit-down powerbomb on him, and Jey goes up top for a splash, but Drew gets his knees up. Then he hits a powerbomb of his own. Dueling chants, a lot of Drew supporters tonight.
Oh, there was dueling chants right there. It was big.
Yeah, a lot of people was
Let's
going
go,
for Drew.
Let's go, Jey.
Yeah.
Big match feel, man, for these guys.
It was a big match feel, and then Drew hits the Future Shock DDT on Jey, and Jay kicks out at 2. Then Jay super kicks Drew. Then Drew off the ropes with a Claymore. I thought he had it this time, but Jay kicks out. Then Drew goes for another Claymore. Jay collapses in the ring. Drew goes for the Claymore again, but Jay drops down and gets Drew in a crucifix pin. I haven't seen a crucifix in a while.
Right, rolled him right up for the win. Good job for Jay. Starting out 2025 with a big win over Drew McIntyre. And what a match that was, ladies and gentlemen. We're glad you could join us here on the LaFlair Network and Ziggy Cruze in the wrestling news. Big stage, backstage, we had the New Day. The New Day was out there with Kofi Kingston and his big new coat.
Big coat Kofi?
Big coat Kofi indeed. Before our guy Otis showed up to ruin that little thing and tell him how much the New Day sucks. Which I like this whole New Day direction. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yep.
Grooves. I think we're going to see some new entertaining things come from you guys.
And also backstage we saw Roman and Heyman talking, and Roman says he'll be back January 27th, which according to my calendar is the Monday before the Royal Rumble.
Man, that's going to be a big Royal Rumble this year. Maybe bigger than ever. As you heard tonight, sell out gates, sell out everything. And we're trying to get you to sell out right here for the Ziggy Cruze and the wrestling news. Please like, share, and subscribe. Turn on all notifications right there on your laptop, whatever cellular device you may use. And we are live here tonight.
Yep. And speaking of selling out, how about the Kingpins on Thursday nights?
Now, please check us out Thursday nights as the Kingpins try to do new things in 2025 under a new format. Please give us a like, share, and subscribe. Push that channel forward. That is the LaFlair Network.
Yep, absolutely.
Now, here we had at 9:30.
Yep. First we have your guy, Hulk Hogan.
Oh, my childhood. Or your
actually, our close personal friend. Can't see the book, but there's the book.
Oh, the book's not in the view this time around, but usually you can go back and check out other episodes of Ziggy Cruze and Wrestling News. We promote Hogan we will stop by from time to time here.
Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hogan. We might even get Thunder Lips one day, so stay tuned.
Maybe even Kane. We shout us an email out. Maybe Kane will make an appearance.
That'd be nice.
You never know who will show up. Kind of like the WWE. What will go down here? The Ziggy Cruze and the wrestling news. Now, Happy New Year, and thank you all for joining us live here in the LaFlair Studios. And pretty much Hogan was out there to be the new tag team of sorts. As you've seen in the ring, they had a new layout. Some sponsorships, as Vince McMahon was probably like, what is going on?
Why is there logos in my ring, pal?
God damn it, mother! God damn it, Hogan!
Hey,
you can't sell my brother. You can't sell your beer in my ring, brother.
Stephanie, tell Paul I need to talk to him about these advertisements.
Yeah, that's right.
Pal.
Right, man. He probably was.
Yeah, he was losing his shit over this one.
Man, if you haven't already checked out the McMahon series, the documentary series, right there on Netflix, go and check it out because it was a big night at Netflix with the opening of Rollins Thursday night. Hope every one of y'all checked it out. And we are live here tonight doing this thing right here. As man, we appear to be heading towards the main event of the night. Big main event. Indeed, we didn't have to wait till WrestleMania, Ziggy Cruze. Man, we had it on this special night. Special night indeed it was.
Absolutely. Yeah, CM Punk versus Seth Rollins in at least 1 year build, but a lot of the behind the scenes fans have been looking forward to this for a long time. Yep. And it starts off with some back and forth action until Rollins gets distracted by arguing with the ref, and Punk gets him with the crossbody, but Rollins rolls through and counters with the GTS, Punk's own move, trying to give it to the man himself. And then Punk rolls to the outside, Rollins goes to the outside, and mouths off to Punk a little bit, gives Punk a chance to recover, and when they come back in the ring, Punk hits the curb stomp, Seth's move, on Seth, and Punk goes for the go to sleep on Rollins, but Rollins counters into a GTS of his own, then Punk kicks out of the 3 count just in time. Rollins goes for the stomp again, but Punk rolls outside. The 2 battle on the announce table. Rollins hits the pedigree, and the announce table doesn't break.
Yeah, I was expecting to, because I thought it's it's obviously a new table they had out there, so I didn't know if somebody was going to that table, and if they was going to go through it, what was going to happen. Because man, a lot of confusion was going on in that match. Even with the chants, they didn't know what was going on in the chants. There's 3 or 4 chants being. I mean, you couldn't deny this was awesome chant that was going on there. But go ahead, Ziggy Cruze.
Yep, and just some insane action. Crowd's into it. The Punk and Rollins does the yay boos spot, but it pretty much just turns out to yay yay. They just yell yay whoever throws a punch. Yeah. And then Rollins hits the buckle bomb on and the stomp on Punk, and that looked like it was going to be the 3 count. You really thought that was over then, but Punk had his foot on the ropes.
Yeah, I thought Seth Rollins had the big V right there, but man, he was not going to be denied, Ziggy Cruze.
And then Rollins gets up, goes for the broken arrow, but Punk counters it, hits 2 go-to-sleeps, and there's your winner, CM Punk.
Winner, chicken dinner. Wow, what a match it was. What a match indeed it was.
Fanfare everywhere.
Everywhere indeed. Can you believe what we saw as CM Punk took out Seth Rollins for the big win as a first ever Raw on Netflix? And I guess we'll be closing out the show right here. And we'll give a big shout out to you, the viewers. We could not do it without you.
Nope.
Come check me out over here at LaFlair Network. Every Sunday is a new episode of Layer of a Flair. I've got all sorts of shorts out there. And for your #1 source right here on YouTube for Raw, NXT, SmackDown, Premium Live events, any special events, kind of like the special event you got going for you right here tonight live. Ziggy Cruze in the wrestling news. Thank you all.
Thank you, and everybody have a good night.